Hi, chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Hope you're
Hey there.
doing well.
Sorry,
Dwarf
one
is
second.
unfortunately not feeling well, so he will not be with us today. But
Yeah.
we are here. And I think I've sorted out the audio routing issues. I don't know if I sorted out the evil audio that happens, but as far as the routing goes, things should be back to how they were, at least for me. So it makes things easier for me. You won't notice a difference on your end.
Right.
But if everyone's getting ready, we'll hop on in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. We get bone snap. Here. There he is. Yes, you see a bone snapper by the fire with his tome. Welcome back. Let's delve in, shall we? Last time, the party spent time at Candle's house, having dinner and some heart-to-heart moments, and a bit of training for Yorick and more. Next morning, the party set off for Festoa, bidding Candle's family farewell. Along the way, the party found what seemed to be a dwarven man named Micah, who was buried alive. He mentioned that he was from Marlu, and he started to remember having a run-in with a serial killer there, which put Riley on edge. Gunther was able to determine that the stab wound left on Micah seemed to be some kind of potent curse. The group took Micah with them towards Favel, where the party ran into Varaxes, one of the members of the Burning Iris, who helped to heal Micah, healing his stab wound. Varaxes mentioned that Barney's parents had gone to the volcano to converse with a fire elemental, and that they would be back to Favel in a couple of days, to which the group agreed to swing back by. The party made their way to Festoa and met up with Munson, Palm finally giving him the painting of him that he requested to give to the man he had his eye on. Munson having the group test out one of his new inventions, the ESP, or extraplanar simulation projection. The party found themselves in a strange world, and their bodies were sharp and two-dimensional. And after a bit of messing about, the party was shown a trail of footsteps leading behind a grand castle, and they prompted to find the key to enter. And that's where we pick up. I can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that is indeed where we pick up. The party is in video game land. Let's see here. But yes, I would say for the sake of Palm is kind of following you all like an NPC at the moment.
Palm clips through the floor.
In Pomsey.
But yes, you guys are standing in front of this castle. It's very vast, and very oddly, these words appeared in the air and said, find the key to enter. And you saw some footsteps appearing on the ground that seemed to lead behind the castle.
Okay, but who opened the console and disabled Palm's AI?
We're just giving it to the little brother to play. That's all.
To unplug Palm's controller.
Oh no, how could they?
After Foot looked impatient and jumped out the screen.
But yes, are you all following the footsteps?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, what? I guess. What else do we see? Do we need to roll like perception, or?
Kind of looking around. Aside from the footsteps that led behind the castle and the castle itself, kind of looking out. It seems to be just this massive kind of a forest, but it seems to kind of just span on endlessly.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, why are my arms moving like this?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
This is really strange. What is this?
Why can I read what you're saying?
Oh, I almost didn't notice.
It's like a block over your head. Oh my god, there's one over mine.
What peculiar.
That were
It's probably
rectangles.
some magic.
Maybe this is normal here.
What is it?
Yeah.
Monson might have some
Sorry.
answers once we get out of here, but
I suppose we won't like mishear what each other say then.
suppose not.
That's a good
Sorry,
point.
I was mashing A. What did you say?
You're mastering what?
Don't worry about it.
What does that mean?
Now, Saffron, you had to make sure you. I don't know why I said Saffron. I'm breaking.
I mean, it was
Breaking the fourth
out of
wall
character,
now.
so.
Yeah, we can go on.
Should we follow the footsteps?
It's like the logical thing to do.
It seems that's kind of where we're being led.
I mean, disembodied words never let me astray before.
How often have you seen disembodied words?
Once before.
I'm assuming this is a religious experience.
No. And Gunther will follow the disembodied words.
Hey, I have further questions. Falls along.
You follow the footsteps. And they lead you behind this keep to what looks to be a garden. Lots of hedges and flowers. It's very pretty. But as you reach the end of where these footsteps lead you, out of a berry bush, you see it begin to rustle, and four individuals jump out. They look to all be humans, dressed in varying types of garb. One of them speaks up. You, turn out your pockets.
I don't have them.
No.
Then, we'll have to take it by force.
Hold on. We don't need to do anything.
Right, yeah, we can come to an agreement. And you feel the space around you shift. And you are
Oh,
now,
we're doing this.
You're now standing on your own little spaces. And
Wait,
they appear across from you in their own space as well. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Dang. Guess I picked the wrong speaking route or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna lucky that nat one.
yeah. So if we failed the persuasion check and had to turn over the money that we have in real life, would that be this world's first microtransaction?
You know, I guess so, technically. But yes, what did everyone get for their initiative?
Well, I cannot re-roll this 5, so I guess it's a 5.
Oh,
My
I got
lucky-
a nothing. Oh, sorry.
My lucky years resulted in a 7.
Oh wow.
Man. I got a 11.
All right. What did Candles get?
I cannot reroll that nat one, so 5.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Man, we are not rolling good.
Nope. Yeah, maybe we should have turned over our money.
Which of you would like
I mean-
to go first, Barney or Candles?
Okay.
If I go first, I can cast. I can get the cocaine on Barney right away.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Let's see. Okay, I think that is everyone's initiative. Nadine actually rolled pretty good, at least.
Hey.
being about to carry.
All right, we begin a battle.
When is she not?
So, combat here works a little different. You don't need to actually move. When you attack, your character will move up to the person you're attacking.
So there's no such thing as ranged attacks.
Technically, no. One other thing, if you fall prone at any point, because normally, since your movement isn't really a factor here, if you fall prone, you have to use your bonus action to get up.
Right.
All right, it is the scoundrel's turn. You see he pulls out a knife. He's going to run up to Gunther. And he's going to make an attack with his knife.
God, he gets a knife.
Okay.
That is a 22.
That hits.
All right.
We need to get hit a couple times so we can learn the action commands.
So that is 17 slashing damage.
All right.
He runs up, hits you, and goes right back. That's his turn. Nadine is going to pull out her axe and very excitedly run up to the sword fighter and swing it down. Make her 2 attacks. One of those was crit.
Nice.
Oh.
Well done, Nadine.
So do they automatically die? No, not. I'm kidding.
So that is, let's see. Okay, first attack is 22. Holy shit. Second attack is 50.
Whoa.
Okay.
Nadine runs up to the sword fighter and cleaves him in half. And
Oh.
you see as his body separates, he disappears into essentially dust and disappears. And you each see a
what did
little
you do?
you each see a little blue bar appear underneath you for just a moment, and it goes up just a little bit.
Good job, Nadine.
I
That was
think I
easy.
like it here. Gunther, you are up.
All right. I guess Gunther is just going to. Yeah, I think Gunther's just going to go up to the bandit scoundrel and hit him a couple times with his sword.
All right.
And I'll add Great Weapon Master to this. Okay, that probably isn't going to hit. That's 12.
12 misses.
Alright. Hey, there we go. That's an 18.
18 hits.
I'll add some I'll add some divine smite to it. So do this one-handed 8. That's going to be what's 14, so 21 points of damage initially, and then with
Alright.
divine smite. For a divine smite, I will cast it at a 3rd level.
Go for it.
4, 5, and 4. So that'll be 13 extra points damage. So I think that's 33 or 34.
34. How do you kill the scoundrel?
Whoa.
I'll just you know what? I'm just going to bonk him on the head with the sword. I just want to see if he still goes up in like this dust that the other guy went up in.
So you bonk him on the head with the sword. You channel your divine energy as you smite him. And yes, similarly, yes, he does fade into that dust.
These guys aren't really that constitution heavy. They just kind of puff away.
They have picked a bad fight, a fight they cannot win.
True. That is going to end Gunther's turn.
All right, it is the archer's turn. The archer is going to fire a shot at Yorick and a shot at Candles. That hits Yorick.
If it hits,
And that's a 22 on Candles.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
if it's short, I'll use Protector's Charity as reaction.
All right.
I think before you use Protector's Charity, I'm gonna try use my deflecting reaction.
Oh, sorry.
So I can while wielding this weapon as a reaction when you're oh no, it's only when I am targeted. Okay, no, it's not when my allies are targeted. Okay, no, never mind.
All right. So
Yeah, I'll use on Yorick.
So it's 11 piercing damage that you take for Yorick.
All right.
And Candles, you take 15. That's the archer's turn, and it's Yorick's turn. Yorick is going to cast Fireball. Make that save.
Classic.
If there's no such thing as like range, does that get to hit everyone?
Yes, Fireball does hit everyone.
Oof.
And they both failed their save.
So I mean, it hits us too.
No, it does not hit you. It hits the it hits the opposing side.
Oh,
I mean, it's
takes
fine.
all the
If I
fun
get
away from
hit-
being a wizard.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to Munson. You gotta give him patch notes. Okay. Okay, that is 27 fire damage. That takes out the archer. Mage is just barely still standing.
Oh, excellent work there, little buddy.
Oh, thank you. Alex.
I ran up and hit him. Swing number 1.
See,
Would we?
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Would we even need all 3 swings?
I only got the 2.
I think the fighter's multi-attack is just mastering the action commands.
12 slashing damage.
How'd you like to kill the mage?
I think he just like he goes up and he swings and he knows this is gonna hit, but he ends up like cutting it in half like Setsuken style. He's like, oh god!
Yeah, you cut this mage in half, and as you do, this mage turns to dust, and kind of plunking onto the ground is a comically large key.
Huh. You know, I wonder if we could just pay them to get the key.
Do we have money here?
I look in my pockets just to see if I have any money.
You have to press start for that.
Yeah, you look into your pockets. Your money's there, all your equipment's there. It's all neatly laid out on a little list for you.
Oh, nice.
Talos grabbed the key.
He tries to grab it, but it just like hovers over his hand. It's like, and for some reason he raises it over his head as music plays.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Earthbound music, yes.
But yes, you have the key.
Well, I guess it's what we were told to get.
That was
I
really
didn't-
strange.
I didn't swing that hard.
Well, they seem pretty weak.
Yeah. He'll go over to Candles and give her some healing.
Oh,
With that lay on hands.
that's all right. She explains what she had 10 hit points from that meal still.
Ah, okay.
Well, I suppose into the castle, maybe we can figure out more of what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you sure are.
Yeah. Do you guys head to the castle?
Yes.
Yes.
And as we do, the key is just following behind Talos.
Yeah, it's just floating.
What?
And you reach the front gates of the castle, and the key seems to float up to the lock and insert itself in turn. And there's this glow that begins to emanate out from the keyhole as the doors open wide.
We found
That's some
Kingdom
strange
Hearts.
magic.
So, do we all get the achievement for that, or is it specifically the one player and we have to replay this?
You all get the achievement. And once again, that little blue bar appears underneath all of you and goes up.
What is that?
I don't know, but it keeps getting bigger.
Seems like we're doing something right. I think.
Maybe we have a limited number of actions of some type.
No idea.
I don't know. I suppose it's fine for now. Hopefully it's nothing bad.
I'd be surprised if Munson program like made something bad for us to go into. But at the same time, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I guess.
Alright.
I'll step into the castle.
Yes.
So yeah, you all enter into the castle. And immediately inside, you are met with a large kind of circular interior room. You can see that in the center of the room is a pedestal of sorts, where there are 7 empty slots on it. Standing next to this pedestal, you see there's a minotaur, and he's holding a bowl that seems to be full of something orange. And on the walls of this circular room are all kinds of paintings. And opposite of the entrance, you see that there is a closed door, and above it are 7 unlit torches. Welcome. Would you like some sun
howdy.
milk?
Sun milk. What does it do exactly?
We've had this before.
You know,
Oh.
you look familiar, actually. Aren't you Bone Snap's apprentice? I do not know a Bone Snap. Would you like some sun milk? He holds up the bowl again.
Sure.
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 Sure, why not?
Just wondering, what does sun milk taste like?
I have been told it is citrusy.
Okay.
Citrus milk?
This could be. Hopefully, it's not like buttermilk or something like that.
Yorick
Partake.
will step up and try some.
Yeah, Barney does the
Yeah,
same.
I'll
Yeah.
say.
So yeah, all of you that drink it, you receive the benefits of long rest.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. Out of
Thank you.
character, your characters would not have any point of reference for this. It tastes kind of like an orange Fanta. It's like an orange soda. It's this fizzy, citrusy drink. It's very sweet, but it's refreshing. Oh, thank you. Of course.
So yeah, what's the idea with that door over there?
If you wish to ascend to the top of Kindlekeep, you must collect all of the shards.
Where do we find the shards?
You must enter the paintings.
Oh. So the paintings are doorways. Or portals.
Yes.
Did Palm help Munson on this?
So
Do we need to jump into the paintings?
Yes, they are portals.
I hope Palm
Oh.
gets credit and gets like credit with inspiration in the credits.
Yeah. Links to Pom's deviant art.
Palm should receive a percentage of the profits.
So you said there are 7 shards, right?
Yes. There are 7 shards. The Shard of Shivers, the Shard of Seasons, the Shard of Squalor, the Shard of Spice, the Shard of Sentience, the Shard of Shadow, and the Shard of Stone.
Okay. Should we split up to get the shards, or should we just do it one at a time?
I kind of worry about some of these. Kind of just looking at the paintings. Yeah, you can see some of them do look perhaps a bit concerning. You see one that looks to be in a snowstorm, one seems to be in a swamp, one looks like the interior of a tavern. See quite a few options.
Hey, we can start with the tavern. We are all familiar with that kind of setting.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And its location may be calmer than the rest. be a good way to learn the ropes.
Good idea.
Yeah, maybe.
When you are ready, simply jump into the painting.
I open the menu and I hit the jump button.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Is there some way that we could make sure we don't like get sent all the way back to the beginning?
When you find the
Just
shard,
say
you will be returned here.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Just as long as there's a save state.
All right, are you jumping into the painting of the tavern?
Yes.
No, I'm going to build up some speed and try to beat this game without entering any paintings.
You're gonna backwards long jump.
No, I'm going to hit the warp points without actually going inside the paintings.
I'm gonna clip out of bounds.
Yeah.
Well, I say let's go. Nadine, I'll walk over to the painting and just kind of look to the party like, are we going? We going?
Everyone is
Hi,
gonna
we're
step
going.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so you all jump through this painting and you feel yourselves transported. You feel everything go very bright around you before your senses fade back in. And as they do, you find yourselves all in this tavern.
Are we gonna Gyaradeus again?
I don't think so. Looking around, you can see appears to be a little restaurant of sorts. You can see that there are all kinds of patrons kind of seated about, and you guys are standing in the kitchen. And approaching you is a Lizardfolk in a chef's hat. Oh, hello. I might need your
Hey.
help with something.
Oh yeah? With what do you need help with?
Well, this is not the real restaurant, you see. The folk out there are they're actually my ingredients.
Oh,
What?
Huh?
I need to, shall we say, dispose of them discreetly. They think they're having a nice meal, but I need for them to, have their last meal, if that makes sense.
Okay, everyone, I am very sorry. I completely misread the vibe of this painting.
yeah.
Munson, what type of game are you making here?
Yeah, to what end? You said that. Are you saying the patrons of this establishment is on the menu?
Yes.
But for whom?
For the patrons of the real restaurant.
Which is where?
And he takes you over to the other side of the kitchen, and looking out onto the other side, you see it is also a restaurant interior, and you can see that the people out there are being served various monster cuisine.
Are they regular people?
Yeah,
Or just
normal
like
people.
okay?
We hit the Dark Brotherhood questline real early.
say you help me. Just need you.
Look.
All I need you to do is to choose which ingredient I put into each dish. And I need
So-
it to be perhaps discreet. Something that won't immediately raise alarm.
One more question. Maybe I missed this being asked, but do the patrons know that this is what's being served to them?
The monster patrons do not know. The patrons in the real restaurant do, yes. I'm just fulfilling
Okay,
their
so-
orders.
Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but I understand now. I was thinking that he meant like the actual patrons, the ones that he's supposed to be serving, don't know that they're being served like monster, like stuff.
I'm going into the party menu. I'm checking Gunther's alignment.
So,
Can we huddle?
Yes, take all the time you need.
Charles is just like, well, obviously you can't poison them because then you won't be able to serve them, and you can just hear ding as the alignment changes.
Can you turn around so you're not looking at a text box?
I think everyone's roboting. Hold on.
No.
It'll pass in just a moment.
yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, let us know when audio is returned to normal.
Yeah. I think usually the audio is fine for Gamma, but it's for the players seem to be
Yeah,
affected.
it's usually fine for me, but it affects the Discord.
Let's see. 23 video game facts all gamers should know. The first video game was Tennis for Two, not Pong. Mario was originally a carpenter, not a plumber.
I do know that one.
Pac-Man's design was inspired by a pizza missing a slice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We all know about the ET one.
Yeah.
The Konami code has appeared in over 100 games.
None of them necessarily Konami games.
Mortal Kombat led to the creation of the E ESRB.
That one I do know.
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
The World Health Organization recognizes gaming addiction as a disorder.
Wait, what?
I know this is. I know it's in the DSM. The longest gaming session led to a man's death, where he played. He was a Taiwanese man who decided to play World of Warcraft for 24 hours straight, and died due to a blood clot.
Oh.
I feel like I have heard that somewhere.
I could
But-
see that though.
But I don't know how that was caused by playing games for 24 hours. I think that was like
Just for
a
sitting.
Yeah.
Really frustrating.
Yeah,
Frustrated by the mechanics.
Action video games can improve your vision.
that I can believe.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that. Maybe like reaction time or something.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was the most expensive video game ever made until recently, with an estimated budget of $265 million.
And now the most expensive game will now be Grand Theft Auto 6. I
Yep.
guess I don't know. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto before.
Alright, it seems that the audio is good. I just checked real quick.
Alright.
A Game Boy survived a bombing during the Gulf War.
Hell yeah.
That
Yeah, I don't want to do know. Like Game Boys, they're like the 3210. They're indestructible.
I think I remember seeing
God.
like somebody.
The
Oh, sorry,
Joy-Cons
that's
just busting.
I hate it so much. Honestly, I also think I remember seeing somebody like beat up a GameCube, like, and it still like functioned pretty well. So, yeah, old tech.
Yeah,
World of Warcraft has its own language course.
Really?
Yeah, it teaches you Orcish.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool. I'd take that. But
Yeah, I remember someone writing into Nintendo Power that like a GameCube fell out of their moving truck while they were moving houses and it still worked.
Huh.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well built.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys were huddling before audio went through.
Excuse me.
I'm usually not I'm usually fine with like slaying monsters for like a hunt or self-protection, but this seems like murder.
Yeah, I don't quite like this. You know, does anyone have any ideas? Because I might have one.
What's your idea first?
Well, you know, me being a cook and all, I could possibly offer an alternative for, you know, the other restaurant, which maybe we can fool the patrons into, you know, thinking they're eating the real thing, or, you know,
Some kind of like impossible monster meat.
Yeah,
you could say that.
I think that's a good idea.
I was gonna suggest knocking out the chef, but that works better.
We can
We'll
have
check
that as
that
plan
as
B.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was what Barney was gonna say.
This is always plan B.
Right. So I guess we're going with this plan, yeah?
Well, I mean, your chef skills. You're gonna be able to do this naturally.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping we'll achieve, but I guess it remains to be seen. So, yeah.
I mean, we're here to help you as best as we can.
And yeah, I think Barney will turn to the chef and is like, so I'm a chef too. Might I suggest if I come up with some sort of like monster meat alternative for these patrons, instead of, you know, having to murder like someone in this establishment.
I suppose that's possible. The only problem is, well, the patrons in the fake restaurant might start to get a bit antsy if we don't give them something.
Well, we could just prepare regular food for them. Not food that discreetly, you know, disposes of them.
I'm putting a lot of
Well,
trust in you then.
I'll tell you what, I'll help you out even. I'll prepare the alternatives for, you know, your primary patrons here. And then you can focus on, you know, these other folk.
All right. It's a deal.
Jail.
But yeah, in that case, Barney, go ahead and make me a couple of checks. Just make me some general intelligence checks. You can add your cooking utensils to that, so you can add your proficiency bonus to your checks.
Okay. So the proficiency bonus plus intelligence. Okay. So first roll. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a total of it's a 19 plus 8, so that's a 27.
All right. Yeah, you're able to prepare one of the dishes very well. The first of the dishes seems to be based on a fire elemental.
Cool.
Kind of a spicy, kind of a spicy fire elemental chili. It looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, you're able to get that prepared and served, and the chef comes back. They liked it. I think your idea is a good one.
Oh,
just have
brilliant.
Two more people to serve.
All right, 2 more orders coming up.
All right, go ahead and make me another check.
Alright.
Introduce these people to the idea of making a dish that doesn't require murdering anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a... Hold on, I can do maths. There's a 22 total.
20 total.
22 total.
Gotcha. So yeah, you are able to prepare the next dish. This one seems to be based on a werewolf, a very bloody set of steaks. And again, the chef takes it out, comes back. They like that one as well. We just have one more.
Alright. Last order coming up.
All right, one more check.
Hey! It's another good roll. Let's see. That's a 26.
All right, yeah, with 26, you're able to prepare this pasta that seems... It's called vampiric pasta, but you don't know what really makes it vampiric. But again, it gets taken out. He comes back. You're a exceptional chef. I don't know how you managed to do it.
Oh, thank you. You learned all of that I know from Mum.
Well, I believe that this is an order for you. And he lifts up his chef hat, and in his hand he holds a red shard, and he passes it over to you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And as you grab hold of the shard, you all are once again transported, and you find yourselves once again in the castle. It's very abrupt as it happens, but you find yourselves back in the castle interior. Welcome back. Would you like some sun milk?
I'm alright for now, thanks.
Yeah,
I'm good.
thank you for offering.
That's really weird. I hope that Aurelia introduces an ESRB soon.
Also, a really excellent thinking there, Barney.
Yeah.
Thank you. It just, didn't quite feel like cannibalism is really something that's like morally. Yeah.
Yeah, or did
Yeah,
you want to kill people with their meals?
I hope that was the intended solution. Otherwise,
We
that's concerning.
We did get the
might
shot,
need
though.
to talk to Munson about that one.
What's the title of this painting? I clicked the examine button.
The Sawney Bean.
Monster Chef.
Monster Chef. I mean, yeah, that would be fitting. Monster Chef. But you do have the Shroud of Spice from that painting.
Right, I mean, that would be better than expected.
So at least we know, like, what we see on the outside is not necessarily indicative of what's inside.
Suppose not.
I suppose not. Kinda. I mean, I guess we were in a restaurant. Just didn't really give context as to what would happen.
We go inside the snow, the blizzard painting, and it's just a really comfortable ski lodge.
So
Oh.
yes, you have a couple left. One seems to be a painting of a kind of creepy-looking cavern. One seems to be of a house in the middle of a storm. One looks to be some kind of vault. One looks to be a swamp. There is the one that looks like a blizzard, and then the other is it looks like it's four smaller paintings on one big painting, and they seem to be depicting the seasons.
I
What,
love
which one do we
Oracle
group?
Seasons.
So which one are we entering next?
I think the scary cave looks interesting.
Yeah, might as well get the bat-looking one out of the way.
Right. Well, I do sense that these are kind of. I don't know how Munson would have done this, but it seems to play on our strengths, so we should probably use that to our advantage.
Who's good at cave stuff?
Perhaps.
Oh, Nadine.
I suppose I live kind of in a cave.
Well,
It's
this
a
being more
very
like,
big one.
yeah, like low light settings.
Well, I will follow your lead.
Let's go.
Let's go for it.
All right, you step into the cave.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you guys are teleported into the cave painting. And as you start to regain your senses, you can see that in this cave, there are a couple things going on. You're in a cavern. There seems to be a man who looks to be a statue. And you can see that you see the familiar kind of diamond shape of a shard. It's in his hand, but it is encased in stone. And standing across from this man, you see another statue of what looks to be a basilisk. And beside the man, there appears to be a woman in robes, some kind of priestess, who is also a statue. What do y'all do?
Greetings.
So, are we grading statues? Is that what we're doing right now?
Is there any inscriptions on the statues?
There's no proposal, so I don't think it's that crazy.
I suppose not.
Looking at the statues themselves, one reads basilisk, one reads man, one reads priestess, but beyond that, there doesn't seem to be any other info. Although, you do see that the priestess statue is raised up off the ground a little bit.
So how are they positioned again? It's the priestess, the basilisk, and then the man, or is it
So
the other way
the
around?
basilisk is in the front. The man and the priestess are side by side. The basilisk seems to be looking directly at the man, and well, at the priestess as well.
Oh, you go first.
Tal's gonna go up to the basilisk and try to like turn it away from the other two.
Good idea.
So yeah, you go up to the basilisk, and you try to turn it. It seems like it's too heavy to move. But as you kind of stand between the basilisk and the man, there is, for about a moment, there's kind of this shimmer you feel. It doesn't feel like it's affecting you per se, but something behind you.
Am I facing the basilisk or the man?
The basilisk. I imagine when you walked up to the basilisk to try to move it.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my head to look at the man.
Okay, yeah, you look at the man, and you can see that stone seems to almost crack a little bit, but it's not completely broken off of him. Seems like it seems like you have the right idea, but perhaps you might need to do something else.
Okay, so we need to block the view of the basilisk from the other two. Oh,
Alright.
what if we turn the other two around?
Or another idea. Barney, do you mind if we borrow your apron for a minute?
No, not at all.
I'll take Barney's apron and I'll just cover the basilisk's eyes with it.
So yeah, you cover the basilisk's eyes with the apron, and both the man and the priestess are unpetrified. They both kind of gasp for air. You saved us.
Yeah, good to see that you both are alive.
Here, you deserve this for your help. Thank you. And he hands over the shard.
Nice.
Oh, you're thinking, Gunther.
Thanks. You two could also leave now because I need to give this back to Barney, and I don't want to have you guys get petrified again.
Yeah, the two stand out of the way.
I'll take the apron off and give it back to Barney then.
And with the shard in hand, you all are once again teleported back to the keep. It was good thinking.
Yeah, real good thinking there, Gunther.
I mean, Ellis helped out as well too.
Yeah. You picked up on that fast, Talos.
Well, it was just a guess.
Welcome back. Would you like some sun milk?
Quick
good.
question. Can we take the sun milk with us into the painting, or does it just go away?
The sun milk will unfortunately expire.
Okay, just want to make sure. Then yeah, I'm good too.
Just, you cannot use e-flask.
But yes, you all have obtained the shard of stone as well. You got 2 down and 5 to go.
So which one next?
I don't know. So, to reiterate on your other option, so there is the House in the Storm, Vault Door, Swamp, the seasons and the wintry landscape, the blizzard, it looks like.
How about this? How about the house in the store?
Just about to
More
say that.
curious about that.
All right then.
All right, you all step into the house in the storm painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, you are teleported, and as your vision starts to come back, it's pretty dark in here. You can't see too much. You definitely can see that you're inside somewhere. There are windows in the place as well that are pretty high up. You can hear that there's rainfall outside and the occasional sound of thunder. And when that thunder rolls in, there's a flash of lightning that lights up the room very briefly. And you can see that on the far wall across from all of you are these kind of shadowy looking figures, which are lit up by one of the lightning strikes as it happens. And when it briefly lights up that wall, you see what look to be corpses of yourselves. And looking at them, you start to see visions of perhaps the most gruesome death for each of you. I think I'm gonna look at that.
Tyler sees the puncture marks on his corpse and just shudders.
Oh yeah, I don't look at here at all.
And it was just identified by process of elimination.
And across from the corpses, you see that there is a doorway that is leading into a hall.
I vote we go out of the death room.
Yeah. Let's go that way.
Right.
One thing you notice, next to the doorway leading into that hall, it's a sign that very simply reads "Face Your Fears."
Quick question before we go in there. I'm just going to put a hand on York's shoulders and just kind of tell him, we'll get through this, and cast premonition on him.
Thank you.
Now it's up to me to remember to use premonition. I forgot to use it the last time I cast it upon him, so hopefully I don't forget this time.
Yeah, what do you all do? You got the corpses on the wall and the door leading into the hallway.
Is there nothing else in the room?
Aside from the sign that is hanging next to the doorway, there doesn't seem to be anything else.
Okay. Guess let's go then.
Yes, out of our corpse room. Out of this corpse party.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You start to walk out of the room. You start to walk down the hallway towards the door at the end of it. And you've been walking for a while. And you keep walking and you're not getting any closer to the door.
Is it really dark right now, or is it just like
The
dim
hallway
lighting or
is
anything?
dimly lit, but as you kind of walk, as you're walking towards that door at the end of it, it seems like it's not getting any closer.
Are we walking in place?
I don't feel like it.
Going to
Uh,
turn
Yeah.
around and see how close the doorway is.
You turn around, the doorway is right next to you.
Hmm.
Palace is going to turn Gon into a bow and quiver and shoot an arrow at the door at the opposite end of the hallway.
You do so, and the arrow flies, and about halfway, it just kind of stops, and it's just floating there.
Could Gunther turn around his sunlight scales to illuminate where that arrow stopped at?
You can kind of see it, and I'd say that this hallway itself is kind of dimly lit by torches. You can see the arrow.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
That's weird.
Extremely
strange.
weird.
Tell us, does Gon know if he's being held or not? Or, well, I guess I don't know if the arrow's an extension of Gon or not.
Good question. Talos looks like at the eye on the bow. What do you feel, buddy?
Gon just kind of blinks.
I feel normal.
Huh. Well, I guess that kind of explains it. We can't progress further, and he's just gonna like kind of snap his finger, and the arrow returns and like teleports back into the quiver.
So, how do we get to the end of the hallway here?
I hate to say it, but I think we have to face our corpses.
Did we not look at the full vision? Or
Wait a minute. No, wait. Do you think we should look directly at the wall?
Maybe we could look at each other's corpses. It would make me easier.
that?
Seems like Talos onto something there.
Yeah, I think both Talos and Candles are onto something. I guess. Yeah, maybe we should go back in there.
You just step back into the room.
Yeah.
Something else of note, you can see those corpses from the doorway itself. And standing in the hall, you can still see them from the doorway.
Oh, okay.
I dislike this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Taking a look at the corpses again, yeah, you are shown those visions once again. It is, again, depending on who's looking at it, it is the worst death imaginable for that person that you're experiencing in a vision. Oh, I don't
Question.
like this.
Question. Like, are deaths character specific to, like, I guess only I can probably only answer this for Gunther, but is it like specific enough to where it applies to like Gunther's actual life, or is it just like it's just Gunther dying to something random?
No, it's something that applies to Gunther's life. What Gunther personally feels is the most gruesome death that he could experience.
How would I'm more disturbed by how they would note this. Like, I mean, I'll still watch, but I mean, I don't know why it's that specific.
That's a good point.
And yeah, you do watch. You watch the vision. It is very disturbing. But once it finishes, it just seems to loop.
Talos looking at his body, he's just gonna like wrap his arms around himself and just shivers.
Sorry, what were you first about to say, Candles?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, sorry about that. I guess a question to you: what is Gunther's death?
That
he
is
experience?
entirely up to you. What
Oh.
what would Gunther believe to be the most gruesome way for him to die?
Maybe being. I would say maybe being stoned and then torn apart or quartered.
Yeah, that is the vision you experience.
Okay. I'll put a hint at the on my corpse rendition, I guess.
Yeah, you do so. It feels cold to the touch.
Interesting.
Yeah, Barney would also look at his corpse and the vision.
Yeah, and you also experience said vision. As to what that is up to you. But the same thing seems to happen with each one. That vision of death continues to loop while you look at it. The vision you experience, you don't feel like you're locked into place per se. It's almost as though you're seeing it kind of projected in front of you. You yourself are still aware of your presence and they are able to move.
Do I know how this has anything to do with about facing your fears? If your fear is dying a gruesome death, then that would make sense. But if you don't fear death, then
I mean, maybe it's personal. I don't fear death here. If anything, this is probably what I deserve. But my fear is letting others down, which I know I've done. That'll be my fear more than this death that I'm dying.
Do you think this is more cryptic, this sign? Maybe not literally facing your fears, but maybe something different.
Maybe.
what would happen if Barney were to? What would happen if Barney were to look into the face of one of the corpses? Like if he like just turns it around and looks into it.
You said if he looks into the face of one of the corpses?
Yeah. Like if it's like facing away from you, he'll flip it over and look into the face of the corpse.
So it seems as though it is facing directly towards you already.
Oh, okay.
Are the corpses basically like, do they have faces? Or at least does our corpse have a face to it?
Yeah, they seem to be your own faces. Like they are essentially replicas of you.
I have an idea.
All for it.
All right. I hate this. Talus is gonna keep staring at his corpse and walk backwards through the door while keeping eye contact with his corpse.
You continue to keep eye contact with your corpse. You see that vision again as you begin to walk backwards. And the vision ends abruptly when your back hits against another door.
Everything.
I did it! I made it!
Turn around.
And You all look towards Talos, and you can see that he's made it to the end of the hall and is in front of that door.
I made it.
Good job, big fella.
It's one of my favorite things is when like that sort of in media res thing happens.
So we just needed to walk backwards.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Facing
I
your
was
face.
gonna do that.
And yeah, following
So
Talos'
rather-
lead, you are able to make it to the door walking backwards.
Cool.
That's a rather obtuse puzzle, but sure.
And now that you've reached the door, opening it up, you see that there is a group of skeletons inside, all huddled around the shard. And one of them grabs hold of it and extends it out to you, Talos.
Talos is just going to unceremoniously just swipe it. Point at the skeletons, like, that's not funny!
I'm just thinking of that.
They make xylophone noises.
Don't
I'm
do
just
music
thinking of,
at me!
I'm thinking of that post that showed like an old school tabletop art of like some artifact that's surrounded in an empty circle that's, and outside of that there's a bunch of bones, and it's just got the caption, "Oh yeah, you should touch that for sure."
And as you grab hold of the shard, you all are once again whisked back to the keep.
Excellent work, Talos. That was clever.
Yeah, very good thinking there.
I
Well,
don't know if I'm gonna have words for Munson or if I'm just going to punch him. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the rest of the way.
Yeah,
And-
I don't think we any of us deserve to see that.
Also, apologies for trauma dumping. You all don't have to remember anything what I said there. It's not
Why did
pertinent to you
why,
all.
why do you feel you deserve to be stoned and quartered?
We don't have to talk about that right now. I mean, we could focus on getting the other shards and everything, and we can talk about that, later.
Man, I don't think you've done anything to deserve that. Like,
There's a lot. Well, there's a lot more to me than what I am right now.
Well, I guess we'll talk about that when you feel comfortable doing so.
Yeah. I don't want to sully anything right now. That was my fault for bringing that up. I don't mind talking about it later. Just we should.
let's find
Yeah.
another painting. The less I have to think about. Yeah, painting.
Yeah.
So the ones that are left, so there's the vault door, the swamp, the seasons, and the blizzard.
I guess I know which one I'm picking. I don't think you're gonna
The
like
swamp?
this, Talos.
I know. I will endure.
Barney steps forward to the blizzard painting.
All right.
All right. I'll go with them.
So yeah, you all are whisked into the blizzard painting. And, predictably, it is freezing cold. You find yourselves in this large wintry field, and you can't see really far in front of you either. It's really cold, the wind is whipping, and generally it's just kind of dark. Visibility is very poor.
Wait, oh my god, is this Drawn to Life soundtrack?
No, it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought oh yeah, okay.
Okay, where should we go?
I think we need fire.
Yes, fire would be good.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go first. Sorry about that.
So Barney's just gonna do a general perception check to see if he can spot anything in this blizzard.
You kind of looking out, I would say there wouldn't even be a way for you to see more than just your party at this point, because the blizzard is just so overwhelming.
Could I actually do a smell-based perception check, because I do have advantage on those?
Sure.
That is a 23.
Kind of smelling the air, you don't smell much of anything aside from the scent of the party.
Excuse me. Alright.
Should be hard
Suppose-
to navigate if you can't see.
Yeah, I suppose making a fire would be prudent. Yeah, I think Barney's gonna... What does he have in his inventory to burn? Are there like if Barney walks up like a tiny bit away to see if he can spot any like branches or whatever, like would he be able to do so?
You walk around a bit, you can still see the party, but it just seems to be kind of a barren field of snow.
Barney will go back to them and it's like, alright, been in a few blizzards before, so it's best if we all stick together because we will lose sight of one another.
Please tell me there's no frost witches out here.
Oh no.
Oh, that remains to be seen, you know, with visibility being this bad.
Barney's the
Barney's
ones that we've encountered and made a deal with. Hopefully.
yeah.
This painting I do not like very much. It is a bit too cold.
Barney will, does he have rope? I think he does have rope. He's got an explorer's bag. Yeah, so he's gonna like get a piece of, he's gonna take the rope from his inventory and just like tell the others to tie it around their waist so that everyone is like tethered to one another.
Yeah, so you do so. And as you extend the rope out to Nadine, she kind of drops down to a knee. I don't know if I can go on, actually. It's getting hard to move.
Oh dear.
Are there any instructions around here?
There don't seem to be.
Hang on. I still have Caldera King scales and Red Dragon scales. Can I try to make something that will give Nadine heat?
Yeah, you pull them out. I guess, what are you using them? What are you making?
Blending them into some kind of, I guess probably a powder since they're both solids.
Yeah, so you're able to grind them into a powder, and you hand them over to Nadine, and she'll kind of weakly ingest the powder, And as she does, for a moment, you see what looks like a flame appear above her head, and it kind of illuminates the area around you. Then it seems to kind of fade away.
Barney's gonna light a torch.
You light up a torch. The way the winds are whipping, that torch goes out almost instantly.
Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Right. I suppose we should probably start digging.
Alice is going to trigger his fire rune to make his sword get red hot.
Yeah, you use your fire rune, and similarly to what happened with Nadine, a torch, this kind of flame appears above your head. And you feel the power of your rune start to slowly wane. And then its effects wear off and that flame disappears.
Right.
That's different.
Yeah, we should try to bury underground. We'll try
Makes
to retain
sense.
some heat in there. The wind chill is too strong.
It's a good idea.
Or maybe we can find the shard before we freeze to death here.
You think we should
Yeah.
huddle together for warmth? It would be easier to keep up with each other.
As a last resort, yeah.
Alice starts digging.
Yeah. Barney digs as well. Like Barney activates his bestial mark, and he starts digging with his claws.
Yeah, you start to dig, and you start to kind of toss the snow behind you. And as you start to kind of reach the ground where it's a bit warmer, very faintly, this little flame appears above you. And it remains there this time, as you're standing on the ground here, as it's exposed. It's very small, but it's there. Get the sense that anything
Right.
that would cause warmth seems to cause that flame to appear.
Right.
York.
I'm going to.
Strange.
Oh, sorry, what were you about to say? Call him first, Marnie. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Barney's like, all right. Well, I've reached the ground. We should build a fire here.
I also got I got a slight idea here. York,
Yeah.
do you mind if we twin fireball here? Just to make this a little bit easier?
Sure.
I guess the only plan I have here is just aiming at the ground just to see if that clears things up a little bit better.
Yeah, let's do it.
I will aim a fireball at the ground here.
I imagine you're aiming ahead and not kind of where you guys are standing.
Yeah. No, I'm actually just aiming right at us right here, so that way
Aiming at
we
our
all
feet
can.
right now.
Yeah.
Gotta keep our feet warm.
Yeah, we got a rocket jump.
But yeah,
Honestly.
you're able to aim it ahead. And when that fireball detonates, again, that I guess it would happen above each of your heads this time, as the area kind of gets a bit warmer for a moment as it detonates. As you and York do this, those flames appear above your head, but slowly begin to fade back down. They don't go all the way down, because again, you're standing on the ground where it seems to be generating a very small flame.
Okay. Sorry about that. I thought that was going to clear it up a little bit sooner.
I mean, it worked for a moment. I guess we just need a way to keep the flame there, maybe?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea. But yeah, we should build a fire on solid ground.
Sounds good.
Hmm. You see Yorick
Candle, do you
rub
start
his
your-
hands together to try and keep them warm. And you notice as he does so, the flame begins to rise on Yorick. Wait,
It's because he's the warmest boy.
so that caused it to rise too.
This is gonna be weird, but would Gunther hugging York while he's doing that also make the flame get bigger too?
So you do so. You hug Yorick as he's doing that. And the flame around the both of you rises and appears to stay a bit larger. Even once Yorick
All right.
stops, it seems while you're kind of huddled around Yorick, that flame remains.
All right.
Yeah.
That just means we need to retain body heat by, huddling together.
That's good. Just bring it in.
And yeah, as you all huddle together, that flame grows large enough to kind of fend off much of the blizzard as it's blowing past you. And you can see pretty well in front of you now, and you can see just a ways ahead seems to be a path.
Let's go.
It's a lot more pleasant now. You feel a lot warmer.
We should move in a, we should move in a group towards that path.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And yeah, you follow the path, and it leads you to what seems to be a campsite. And arriving there, you can see that there appear to be corpses about. Some of them seem to be frozen, and those who... You see that some of them are frozen, but the ones that are frozen seem to be alone, whereas the corpses that are closer to one another aren't frozen, but are still corpses.
This is ominous.
Very optimistic.
Right.
Is there a fireplace?
There doesn't seem to be a... You can see that there was a campfire that was started at one point, but is long gone out by the blizzard. But you also see up ahead appears to be a gate, and there is a large block of ice in front of it.
I suppose that's the next logical place to go to.
We're not gonna have to cuddle the corpses, are we?
I hope not.
I
We don't think
certainly
they have
hope
any body
not.
heat to offer.
Depends on how soon we get to the. Sorry, that was dark. Sorry, that was a dark joke from Gunther.
I feel like we're a little too late. None of us are a necromancer. Glances at candles.
I'm not a necromancer.
I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I-
it's-
I can't reanimate corpses with magic.
that feels like a
There seems to
very
be a-
that feels like a very suspect condition.
It sounds like there's a but at the end of that statement.
Interesting.
Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it's fine.
What? What? Shall we
Yeah.
Shall we go check out that guy?
Yeah, let's just stay close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. You guys make your way over, and as you near the gate, the flame above you begins to melt the ice in front of it. Oh, this is a powerful flame.
Yeah.
And as it melts, the path leading into the gate opens up. The gate slowly creaks open and leads further inside. suppose this has worked so far.
Yeah.
Here,
Let's
there's nothing
go.
else out here.
You all press on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heading through the gate, you walk for a ways through the blizzard some more, and you can see up ahead of you appears to be a Yeti. He has his back turned to you, and he is holding a lit torch. And in front of him is a block of ice. You can see sparkling inside of it. Appears to be the shard.
Is the Yeti alive?
Yes, the Yeti does appear to be alive.
You reckon he's friendly?
I mean, if he's not, we know how to deal with this.
Alright then.
Hail and well met.
Yeah, so you call out to the Yeti. The Yeti turns towards you very slowly. He seems to be held tight onto the torch in his hand, but otherwise doesn't make any sudden moves to attack or anything.
So,
Can we have that shard in the ice?
He holds up his torch to the ice. It doesn't seem to be melting at all.
Well,
We should inch up to the ice.
yeah, perhaps we could help.
Yeah. Do you approach the Yeti?
Yeah.
Yeah, you approach, and your flame, it doesn't necessarily seem to be melting the ice alone either. This ice is a lot more, it's a lot colder, and it seems to be resisting just the sheer force of your flame as well.
How about you hold this up so we could probably use the body heat?
Yeti will kneel down and huddle with you, and your flame gets drastically larger, and the ice begins to melt.
nice. Thank you.
And as it melts, the shard plops to the ground in the snow in front of you. And the Yeti will pick up the shard and hand it over to you, Barney.
Thank you.
For you.
Yeah, Barney will take it.
The Yeti picks up the shard and teleports out, leaving us here.
So long, suckers.
And yes, as he hands over the shard, you guys are transported back to the keep.
You know, as much as I like the cold, that is definitely not the idea. That's definitely a frightening scenario to find yourself in.
It does not help that I am cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Does it help that I don't wear pants and wear sandals?
Well, looks like we're gonna have to start getting you some slacks here, big guy.
You see, Yeti was nice.
Yeah. Oh, what painting next?
Welcome back. Would
Maybe
you like some sun milk?
I'll actually
that will
take
warm
one.
Wait, what did you say?
Okay, that's only
was-
2 yeses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he will provide the sun milk, and those who partake get the benefits of a long rest.
Maybe we should try the either the swamp or the Four Seasons just to warm ourselves up.
You've got the swamp, the Four Seasons, and the vault as the last three.
I'm of the mind of the Four Seasons. It seems like we can maybe use a little bit of a break.
All right.
All right. You all step into the painting of the Four Seasons.
Yes.
So,
All right. Yeah, you are teleported in. And this time, you all find yourselves in what looks to be a smaller room. You can see that there is a big mural that adorns the walls, and they seem to depict each of the seasons. And in the very center of the room, there's just this plot of dirt.
oh,
Interesting.
I'll look at the dirt. Is there any sproutling or something coming out of it?
Not from what you can see. Do you dig around in it at all?
Yeah, I'll dig around a little bit.
Yeah, you dig around in the dirt a little bit, and you see a transparent seed in the dirt as well. And looking inside of it, you can see the shard inside of this seed.
Okay. I'll communicate that to everyone else. Just say, I think we might need to put our gardening skills to the test here.
Yeah. Seems like it.
I mean, what's up?
Talos is gonna walk to the painting of spring and try to reach his hand through it.
Yeah, you walk over to the painting of spring, and you feel... You don't go through it per se, but you do feel something on the other side. You feel the light touch of rain.
Gunther, bring the seed over here.
Gotcha. I'll cup some dirt here and bring the seed over to where he's placing his hand in.
So you attempt to push the seed through, and the seed itself seems to not go through the painting.
Ah. You got a container on you, Talos?
Let's see. He just starts tossing stuff out of his bag. I got a little pot.
See if that can go through, I guess.
Alright. I attempt to gather rain.
Yeah, reaching the, you are able to reach the pot through. Pulling it back, it does have rainwater in it.
Put the
Great.
seed back where it belonged.
And Talos will pour the water on top of it.
Yeah, as you pour the water on top of the seed, a small sprout grows up from the dirt.
There we go.
I'll put my hand through the summer one then, just see what I feel from there.
Putting your hand through the summer one, you feel the warmth of the sun.
Oh, okay. Gunther will just go over to it and put his hand over it and use the sunlight scales.
Yeah, you use your sunlight scales, and you feel the sprout begin to grow, and as you kind of step back, it grows into a miniature tree.
Nice.
Dandos, Barney, you
Barney.
want in on this?
Sure. Bonnie goes over to the sorry, what are you saying, Candace?
I was thinking I'd do the autumn so Barney could do winter.
Right. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, she will examine the autumn painting and try reaching inside of it.
Yeah, reaching inside of it, you feel the wind of the autumn air.
Mm.
What do you feel, Kent?
I feel a steady wind.
Why don't you try blowing on the tree?
I suppose so. She'll do that.
And yeah, as you blow on the tree, the leaves of the tree fall off. And the tree is now bare.
It's a bear?
Worth it.
You know, the really big day tree.
Yeah. Yes, the tree is naked.
Well, I suppose it leaves one season. Barney walks up to the winter painting and puts his hand to it.
Yeah. And on the other side, you feel the light patter of snowfall.
And with the other hand, he reaches out and uses Druidcraft to make snowfall on the tree.
Yeah, and as the snow falls on the tree, it seems to cause this little cloud to form over the tree, and snow and ice begin to cover it. And as it does so, the tree cracks and the shard emerges from the center of it.
Yeah.
I'm just good thinking. Good job.
Good stuff on Talus, good stuff on Candles, good stuff on Barney.
Yeah. And yourself. Don't leave yourself out.
Thanks.
That's good teamwork.
Yeah, as you all grab hold of the shard, once again you are whisked back to the keep. That one was kind of nice.
Right. All that's left is the vault in the swamp, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to do the honors, Candles?
Yes. She'll go right for the vault. No. Yeah. He seems quite eager as she jumps into the swamp painting.
All right.
My expectations were subverted.
That was very good.
It was. But yes, you head into the swamp painting, and you all are whisked to the swamp. You find yourselves on essentially a boardwalk, and turning to face you is the ogre.
I knew it.
What's up?
Oh, hello there.
I got an invitation to a fancy party. But
Oh yeah?
they won't let me inside if I get dirty on the way.
He points across the vast swamp.
It's that way.
Oh. Well, I have an easy solution.
What you got?
He's going to trigger the tensor's floating disc ring. Just stand on that.
Oh. Okay.
Right. You said it's that way?
He nods. Yeah, he'll stand on it.
Dallas just starts walking.
As you start to walk across the swamp, you see these. At first, it just looks like the swamp is bubbling, but then you all notice slowly rising out of the swamp are these hands made of mud, kind of reaching for the ogre. Are you doing
Oh, God.
anything?
That's new.
Can I identify creatures that would be doing this kind of thing?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Okay. Okay, that is going to be a 23.
It seems like these are perhaps they're very similar to something that you've seen. You may have heard of necromancers creating, called crawling claws. They are essentially just sentient hands.
So Candles does know about necromancy. Plot thickens.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know anything about these, but I guess we can try to figure some things out.
Oh, Talus is going to sheathe Gond, and is going to transform him
Okay, you decide.
into a new form that no one here has seen. Talus turns it into its arachnate form, which is a long whip with a metal head. It's just gonna like whip the hands.
Yeah, you're able to whip at one of the hands, and as you hit it, it kind of quivers and sinks back into the swamp.
Leon becoming the lion's hammer.
Oh, guys, there are a lot of them. York points,
Right.
and more of them start to rise up as you guys are going.
Are there
As,
any ways to
as-
like make them like sort of fall apart, like and like sort of like dissolve them?
I'd say with your nature check, you would be able to piece together that if you somehow were able to dry them, they'd probably crumble.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, then she will say that. She'll say that
If there's a way that you can remove the moisture from them, it should take care of them. It should prevent them from coming back. But that will be an issue.
Gunther looks at York. I think
I
this
have an
might be
idea.
fun, buddy.
Yorick will cast prestidigitation to try and dry some of the nearby hands, and as he does so, they kind of just freeze in place and crumble apart. Oh, that was surprisingly effective.
Oh yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. That was totally what I was thinking. Good job, little buddy.
Are there more of them coming?
Yeah, you can see that there are more of them coming. They seem to just
Alright.
be arising out of the swamp as you go.
Yeah, Barney is gonna be like casting cantrips like Beast Claw and Druidcraft to sort of like get them to like keep their distance from Druidcraft, but like as in to sort of make little like fires to sort of like keep them up.
Yeah, with that, you're able to also get the hands to crumble as they're rising up. And before you know it, you're on the other side of the swamp. You can see the path leading to this very pristine-looking castle. And the ogre steps off of the floating disc.
Thank you. I can finally go to the party. Here, this is for you.
And he pulls out the shard, and he will hand it over.
Glad we could help.
Yeah, hope you enjoy.
Enjoy the party.
Thank you. Farewell.
you guys grab hold of the shard, you are yet again whisked back to the keep.
As we're transported, he slips and falls in the mud in a scripted cutscene.
I was gonna say, as soon as he walks in, he greets someone named Beowulf.
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh, fuck.
it's the Grendel, yeah.
I just immediately thought we're gonna see Shrek, aren't we?
So, Haiki, I was thinking that York was going to use his fireball spell again.
Yeah. I was waiting for, like, I didn't ask how large the room is.
No, York thought, oh, I can just try them with prestidigitation.
Oh, that's smart. It's conserving spell slots.
Welcome back. Would you like some sun milk?
I think I'm fine for now, but thank you.
Oh, I guess we have one left.
The
Right.
only one that remains is the vault door.
Time to exit Vault 101.
All right, you all stepping through the final painting,
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, you're whisked into the painting. And you find yourselves standing in front of this large vault door. It seems to be locked, but you see that there's a plaque on the wall next to the door, and it has an inscription carved into it. You can see that next to this plaque, just under it, there appears to be a pressure plate. And the plaque reads, "The key is all that you can see. Use what you find to go through me, but be aware of what you use, for that with life shall be renewed." You see a couple of different things in this room. You see a statue of a dragon. You see a wardrobe. There's a crocodile with strange clock eyes and gears. There's a stuffed griffin and a suit of armor.
I would assume the first means anything that can be living will become living if we put it on the pressure plate.
I
Right.
think any of these could be living. I mean, even the suit of armor.
Let's try the wardrobe.
Yeah.
You all push the wardrobe onto the pressure plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now if a lion and a witch comes out of it, then we'll know.
You push the wardrobe onto the pressure plate, and it begins to shake. You see a set of eyes appear on either door, and inside of this wardrobe is this void. You hear what sounds like cackling and roars. I'm gonna put you guys on the battle map now.
I was joking.
I was thinking, is this thing gonna turn into a mimic?
It sure
See, that's what I was
is.
thinking too.
It turns into that one monster from Final Fantasy IX that like makes mirror clones of your party.
Oh no.
That's the secret.
Okay.
They were all mimics.
Alright, and this is the animated wardrobe. It does have traits, and I will assemble them. In the meantime, go ahead and roll your initiatives, and I'll get them from you in a second. go. Enemy traits. Go 1 second. We do a little formatting. There we go. Alright, it has 3 traits. Animated, Door Slam, and the Chimera, the Hag, and the Mimic. Your reference was spot on, TK.
Curse my knowledge of fiction.
What did everyone get for their initiative? What did Talos get?
Talos got. Sorry, I can do math. Wrong page. Okay. Talos got a 20.
Alright. You will get to go before him. What did Candles get?
23.
23.
Whoa.
Oops. What did Barney get?
Barney got an 18.
18. Good roll, Yorick. You got a 19. 19. Got a 21. What did Gunther get?
He also got 19.
Alright.
I'm fine with Yorick going before me, though.
There we go. Alright. So, we hop into combat. Up first is Candles.
Right. So we're definitely doing the empowering powder, and when the bandits were like moving towards us in the animation, were they just kind of was it like were we actually seeing them like move towards us or across the battle scene, or were they just kind of like whooping in front of us?
It's kind of like they glided across the battle scene.
Okay. She's going to try casting Omen Sting on it.
All right. Do you do anything else?
That will be everything.
All right. It's Nadine's turn. She's gonna try and help you scan. All right, and she did.
Oh shit! Sorry.
They're good.
And she'll get you the animated trait. There we go. Animated. The creature has advantage when saving throws against the charmed and frightened conditions and cannot be possessed. But she is going to run up and swing her axe at it. That's what she does best. That is one hit. And hit. That hits as well. So yeah, she hits with both attacks. Wow. For 27 damage.
Whoa.
stuff.
But that is her turn. Talos.
I assume like between teleportations, I was able to turn Dawn back to a sword.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna attack.
Alrighty.
Attack 1. That is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right. It's gonna be a D8, D4 for the fire damage, and I'm gonna add Master of Arms to add another D8 to that.
All right.
7, 8, 16 plus 9. That is 25 damage, and I'm going to reduce its next to hit by 8.
All right.
Second swing. Not as good. That's a 14 to hit.
14 still hits.
Yeah. D8. D4 for fire damage. That is 18 damage.
All right.
Now I shall scar.
Alrighty.
Perception, go. 17.
All right. You got 2 traits to choose from. Which would you like?
I mean, the Chimera, the Hag, and the Mimic, please.
All right. This one is long, so give me a second. I'll have to format it.
Wonder if we ended up putting the worst item on the pressure pad.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I would imagine the dragon would be.
Yeah, or the
The
griffin.
dragon would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, fair.
Put the dragon on there, just sort of like, hey, what's up?
Yo, we should definitely do the dragon. I actually kind of want to talk to them. I think we can reason with them.
Yeah.
Alright, the Chimera, the Hag, and the Mimic. The wardrobe chooses one creature within 5 feet of it and consumes it. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw or they are banished to a pocket plane until the start of their next turn. Roll a d6 to determine the effect. 1 is the Chimera. The wardrobe unleashes the Chimera, slashes with its claws, and breathes a burst of flame. It's a wisdom save, or you take significant slashing and fire damage, and you are frightened for the next minute. The Hag casts the bestow curse on the target for the next minute, and you take additional necrotic damage whenever you take damage. And the Mimic leashes a Mimic on the target that casts a confusion spell. I'll mark
Neat.
that out. Yeah.
I'm done.
All right, it's the wardrobe's turn. Who will it choose? You see, it first seems to almost waddle over. It waddles over to Nadine and abruptly opens its doors, kind of whacking her with them. And that is a hit.
Did it have a -8?
Oh, yes, the -8. That is miss.
Yeah.
And she is able to duck out of the way of the doors as they abruptly swing open. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And did moving across the battlefield seem to have any effect with the Omen Sting?
Your Omen Sting caused him to fall prone, right?
If they have the con save, but
Then
yeah,
it would need to make its con save.
Yeah, it's specifically if it moves more than 10 feet, so that's why I wasn't totally sure, since it's kind of quasi not using movement speed.
Yeah, it would count in this case.
Okay.
It did probably fail. It got a 10.
Yeah, that's gonna fail.
All right. It is prone. So rather than doing a additional action this turn, it's gonna have to use its bonus action to get up from being prone. And that moves it to Yorick. Yorick is gonna cast Firebolt. And that's crit.
Holy shit.
Excellent work.
Ooh. 28 fire damage.
Damn.
Stuff.
This wardrobe is not looking good. That is Yorick's turn. Gunther.
All right. Gunther will just go on up there and just hit it with his sword. Next. That'll be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Second roll, just in case. That will not hit. That's a 6.
All right, yeah, it's 16 minutes. Go ahead and roll that damage.
That will be 1 points of damage, and I will do a Divine Smite. That'll be additional 15 points of damage.
All right, yeah,
Or
it
not.
is looking rough. It's just barely hanging on.
Alright, that will end Gunther's turn.
All right. Barney.
Okay. Barney is also gonna. Barney's gonna, yeah, run up there with his Auric Butterfly Blade and swipe at it twice.
Alrighty. Go for it.
Let's see. First roll is a 17,
That hits.
and the second roll will definitely hit as a dirty 20.
All right, and that dirty 20 hits as well.
Okay, so it's gonna be 2d8 plus 8 psychic damage. First swing. 11 plus 8 is a 19 damage, psychic damage for the first hit. Second hit is an 18 plus a d6 for the empowering powder. Additional 1. And then he's going to, as a bonus action, use Phoenix Strike.
All right,
To do
next
an addition.
save. I believe that is a fail. That is a 14.
Yeah, I needed to make a 16. So that's gonna be. What level are we on now? I think we're level 13? No. Level 12.
You're level 10.
Level 10, sorry. Ahead at our other campaign.
No, you're good.
Level 10. How many d6 do I get there? Increases by 1. I think. If I cast it at a second level. Yeah, if I cast it at a second level, I think it's 3d10s. 3d6, sorry. Actually, let's do a third level spell slot. We'll make it 4d6. Yeah. 10, 15, 17 points of fire damage.
I'd like to kill this.
Yeah, Barney, like, rushes in there, like, comes down with the overhead strike on the first hit, and then the second hit, like, he jumps up, does a spin in the air while blade catches fire and cleaves it in two.
As you do so, that ends combat. And along with that ending combat, the door to the vault opens up wide. And inside, you see the shard awaiting you.
Good work, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Easy peasy.
That bar still keeps going up. The blue one.
Oh, we haven't even
Oh.
looked at that thing.
I'm sure it's fine.
Is there any key or anything in there? In the wardrobe?
In the wardrobe itself, there doesn't seem to be anything in it. However, the vault door is now open.
Oh, cool.
Let's get the last fragment.
Let's go.
And yeah, inside you do find the last fragment. And you all are once again, for perhaps the final time, whisked back to the keep. Welcome back. Would you like some sun milk?
You know what?
Yes, actually.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah, once again, it is delicious, and you receive the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got my single spell slot back.
Ooh,
All right,
shall we place all the shards?
let's do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, as you slot each of the shards in, the corresponding flame above that door of the torches lights up. And once they are all lit, that door slowly creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase up the tower.
Right. Seems like,
Going up?
yeah.
Best of luck to
Seems
you.
we got this. So,
Thank you.
what could we expect up there?
I am not aware of what remains at the top, other than that it is your final challenge.
Fair enough. Onwards to the final challenge then.
Thank you for all your help, by the way. But yeah, as you all descend, or, well, ascend up the tower to what awaits you at the top, that's what we'll call today's session.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds good.
And next session, we'll get to what's at the top. Next session, if it works for everyone, will be on the 5th.
Should work.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Works fine with me.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, and hopefully we'll have Druff back as well.
Yeah.
We
Hopefully
just
she'll
go
be
into
feeling
the
better.
we just go into the end credits theme, but it's 8-bit.
Yeah. And Palm awakens from the NPC sickness.
I should find some beginning and end credit like music for that matches campaign.
But chat, thank you for joining us on this strange adventure.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, and good job to all of you for solving my obtuse puzzles.
You're
fun.
good there.
We got some character lore.
Yeah.
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 But yes, chat, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and take it easy.
Bye,
All right.
chat.
Bye.